All right, we're live. Hello and welcome to another edition of the GetGrowing weekly work session with GetOiling. I'm Coach Ashley. Today we're joined by founder of GetOiling, Greg Kilwine. Hey, Greg.
Hello, everyone.
And we also have Colin here from our team. Hey, Colin, good to see you.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
We're thrilled to have you here today. I'm actually really looking forward to this topic. This is something that's going to have pretty broad appeal, I think, because everyone who is here sells something that they believe in and that they love, and they would like to find more ways to position those things that they love and get paid to share in front of more people more effectively. And often, and although you'll find if you listen to a lot of my training, I don't recommend passive sharing of Young Living by rule, but there are passive ways to share. And if you can have those things working in the background, they can kind of help expose people more, increase the exposure quotient, so that when it is time to actually get into the conversion, which is always a conversation, in my opinion, then of course you've got people who have a little bit more familiarity, a little more openness, and you are providing more ways for people to engage with what it is that you have. If they are someone who wants to maybe engage a little more passively, at least at first. And the other reason why what we're going to talk about today is really cool is that if you are an affiliate for things that aren't just Young Living. So how many of us here today are Amazon associates, for instance? Or maybe you want to be, or maybe you use Stitch Fix, or any of the different companies out there that aren't necessarily like social selling per se, or something that would conflict with Young Living, but something that you could recommend and earn a dime from on the side, right? Really cool thing that you can do. Not saying that you have to, obviously. Young Living's got everything that you need, but what we're going to show you here today is going to benefit you in a couple of different ways. Namely, first, to be able to really showcase your Young Living hero products. And then, of course, if you want to use this for affiliate marketing, you're going to have a great way to use that as well. I do have just a couple of slides that we're going to go into today because there's just a couple of things that I really want to make sure we drive home, particularly around compliance, because this is a topic that we do kind of need to touch on compliance around and how you share things that aren't Young Living if you are an affiliate marketer, for instance. Obviously, we are not the final authority on compliance, but that's part of why I want to get into these slides today. But anyway, let me know in the chat, what do you share? If you share anything that is maybe complementary to or alongside what you recommend from Young Living, what does that look like for you here today? And let us know where you're coming in from. I am in Pennsylvania today, my grandma's house. And of course, we've got North Dakota and BC, Canada here. It looks like we've got Wyoming. We've got, where are you guys at? We've got Susie in, is it Channel Islands in the UK? Hello, Wisconsin. Allison, I am right smack in the middle of the state right now, north of Harrisburg, south of Lewisburg. Something like that. South Dakota, Delaware, Kelowna, Canada. What's up, Alabama? We got, my mom's here from Alabama right now. Oh, that's awesome. All right, cool. So let's get into our slides. We're going to go and get out of video, and then we'll come back and hang out. Oh, hey, Georgia Mountains, Texas. So glad to have you guys here today. All right, so we're going to get out of video, share these slides that I made for you guys to go through this, and then we're going to actually go through how to create one of these pages. So what I'm going to do is, here we go. I'm going to go into play. All right, so we're going to talk about affiliate marketing with GetOiling and how you can create and use a My Favorite Things page for your website. All right, so today we're going to learn how to create this page, talk about a couple of important best practices, and then of course get into live help and Q&A. So if you have questions, and even if you maybe came here looking for help with something that doesn't have anything to do with today's topic, you're welcome to go ahead and add those questions to the Q&A. This is a live work session. If we need to hop on and look at your account with you, or a page that you're building, or a thing that you're trying to figure out, this is the time to do it. And we will be working with you live on this call. So if you'd like that, go over to the Q&A, add your questions or requests for help, and we can work with you on the call. And of course, if you would like to set up dedicated space to work together, we have another link I'll show you in just a second. But if you're watching this as a recording on YouTube in the future, you can go to getoiling.com/weekly work session, and you can have the Zoom link to join this live call and work with us every week. We're open to all of Team YL. You do not have to be a member of GetOiling or use GetOiling to be able to get access to these calls, to join, ask questions. Of course, you'll learn more about why GetOiling could better serve your Young Living business the more you join, but we're welcoming everyone in Team YL. And of course, If you want to work together on a live call, you can go to GetOiling.com/website review and set aside dedicated space. If you have something maybe that feels a little bigger, or you want some more, hand holding one-on-one, and you really want to make sure that there is time to cover what you want to talk about, you can go to GetOiling.com/website review. All right, so how many of us here, maybe just a quick show of hands, are an affiliate for products you love? That should be everyone here, because technically you are, as a brand partner, an affiliate for Young Living, right? So brand partners are affiliates of Young Living. We also can sometimes have other things that we like to recommend and share. Maybe you have an Amazon storefront, or it's something you'd like to have. Maybe you use, other products that Young Living doesn't even sell, right? That have those affiliate programs and referral programs that you can be referring people into. Do you have that? All right, so maybe you'd love a place to spotlight those Young Living hero products, right? Maybe you want to show people more of what you love and what you've got going on, and you want to have a place to do that on your website, right? So we're going to build your page to get this done in just a moment. But first, let's talk about some important best practices, all right? So first things first, if you're going to share something, if you are an affiliate marketer, no matter what that thing is, if it is not Young Living, when in doubt, contact Young Living Compliance and ask them directly, okay? You're going to get the best suggestions if you get in touch with them. And of course, that's the best legal coverage for you, is if you get their black and white writing that says this, not that, and so on. But a general rule of thumb that I've personally seen with clients I work with that applies across the board is, if obviously they have very specific rules that are outlined in their P&P that you should definitely read up on, right? You have agreements as a brand partner, namely along the lines of not promoting competing products, right? But if you have things that aren't competing, just make sure that you don't place non-Young Living affiliate links or products on the same page as Young Living products, right? So let's just say, for instance, that you really love these particular products from Young Living, but that you find that there are other products that go really well that Young Living doesn't make, and maybe they're not in this scope. Maybe there's stuff you could even oil with. So maybe it's literally, here are the oils I use, but this is really the carrier that I prefer, and the bottles are very specific, or something like that, right? The one may be from Amazon, the other from Young Living. Don't put the Young Living links and the Young Living products on the same page as the Amazon links and the Amazon products. Basic general rule of thumb. All right, so we want to create a separate page for stuff that is not Young Living, and then showcase your Young Living products on a dedicated page. All right, so now let's get into actually creating this page, and we'll get into some live help and Q&A, of course, if you guys have questions. I'm going to log into Jane's account here real quick, bear with me, and then we will actually demo how to get this done, because we actually have a brand new page template for you guys, for you to create one of these pages for your own account, or multiples of them, right? So here's what I'm going to show you. We're going to go to create page here. So what I did here is, let me just go back to the dashboard to back up, you guys. So sign into your Young Living account. From your dashboard, you're going to scroll down to pages under website, and then we're going to go to create page. Scroll down here, and we have a new template called My Favorite Things. All right, so click it, and you now have a done for you template ready to use to start creating a My Favorite Things page. Now, here's what I want to show you about this page. Let me actually gotta go in here and save it. So we're going to call it My Favorite Things. And I'm just going to copy this and paste it into these so that I can save it. I want to actually show you when the page is fully functioning and you've got everything on it that you want. I've set it up to where you can actually jump to the different sections. So let's just say, for instance, you like to blog about home organization, and easy cleaning, green cleaning, things like that, right? So obviously with all of the pre-made green cleaning products, like that's going to be a whole separate page, or maybe you use a page like this with Young Living recommendations. And you could have an identical one of these that you copy and then swap out with the products that are not Young Living, but you can have categories here. So let's just say, for instance, the first category that we want to cover are, we'll call it the hardware, right? So that's going to be like your spray bottles and your caddies and your scrub brushes and your mops and your whatever. So we can call this cleaning tools, right? And then you would want to name this piece cleaning tools. But here's the cool thing. Name all of these something different, and you can actually click and it'll jump to that next section, right? And this is a sticky, see, look, it's a sticky thing right here. So we're scrolling past the top part. Once we get to here, it sticks. So let's just say you have lots and lots of stuff in these different categories. You can actually like jump to those different things, right? So if we want to go to the last category here, we can go straight there by clicking here, which is pretty cool, right? So let's actually go in and talk about how to make this your own. So first things first, if the theme on your site is not, you know, this sort of dark gray and white and orange, you can go in and click your section background editor right here. That's this little pencil. And then just click here and you can change to whatever color you like. You could also go to show colors. You can use your eyedropper. I am on a Mac, but you, of course, are going to see something, slightly different if you are on a different type of device. So you can change the background color. Of course, when you click where it says edit content, you can go in and change any of the verbiage here. You can change this to your favorite font that you have in your system, change the sizing, all kinds of good stuff there. If you want to change the orientation, maybe have them all left, or rather right aligned, you could certainly do that, right? Like I have in some of the other sections. It's all pretty straightforward there. This sticky section here, let me show you how I made it sticky. Again, click the pencil, and that's this one, this white one here. Click the pencil, and then you can scroll down. And where did I do that? Here we go, stick to top. Section width and stickiness right here. So I chose to have it stick to the top. So if you'd prefer to not have this here, you could of course use this delete section button and delete it. If you'd like to keep it, of course, make it stick to top. One thing that I do want to show you about the content of this section though, is that this is a, what you call it? It is one of these guys, it's a table, right? So let's just say maybe you have 5 or 6 categories. Let me show you how to sort of remake this for yourself. All you need to do is go here to create a header. All right. And here I'm going to delete this text. And I hit backspace twice. And so now I'm way over here and I'm small and 14-point text over here left aligned. So I'm going to go to this more rich, insert table, and then I'm going to go 1 by 6. All right. And so now if I look for it, here we go, 1, 2, 3, right? So we can actually find that by clicking. So I'm going to say category 1, tab, category 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Then what you're going to want to do here is just select everything. And actually, let me go over here and just backspace. Ooh, that guy is big. Maybe in this case, I want to go into here. There we go. I want the font size to be 14. Perfect. And I don't want a section break. There we go. All right, so now we're up at the top here. We've got one line. And what I did for each of these, right, is, and I can go back to the other section and show you, you're going to want to hyperlink these. First, format them the way that you want, right? So I'm going to select all. I just hit Command A or Control A to get all of this highlighted. And then I'm going to, maybe I want them all bold. So I'm going to hit bold. Maybe I want them in this font. And I want them to be maybe 25. There we go. Way more visible, right? Now we can go in. And what I did, and let me actually show you how I set this other one up, right? So this is how you can have 6, right? But in these, I linked them with hashtag category 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And you can actually find that these are the names of sections on the page. So if we go to product category 1 here and we click edit, look right up here at the top. The section jump to name is category 1, right? And so anywhere that I put in a link on this page, hashtag category 1, you're going to jump to that section. So if we go and we look at our sticky menu right here, you can see that the link is hashtag category 2, right? And so you do that for each of the sections. I would recommend, if you're going to have 4 sections, just leave this exactly as it is. And you don't have to change anything except for the name right here. So maybe this is cleaning supplies, right? And then just make sure that you go in and you say cleaning supplies right here. Just make sure that they correspond, and everything else is going to work just fine. So if I go, and let me delete this weird one up here that I'm not going to use. I'm going to save this. And then let's go refresh this page. Now you can see it says cleaning supplies. And if I click cleaning supplies, it takes me straight to that section, right? So that's basically the function of the page. Now let's talk about how you actually get the stuff you like on here. Okay, so first things first, you do want to give a recommendation for why people might want to scroll down further. Give them some context, maybe why they might have heard about the stuff that you're featuring on this page previously, why they would want to actually go and click, and then any kind of disclaimer that you might want to add as well, which is certainly always a good idea, right? You can put a little note here that says, hey, by the way, I may earn a little bit of money when you take one of my recommendations and purchase one of the links below, right? Something like that, you could certainly add in a section like this. It is definitely better to have it closer to the top of the page as opposed to the bottom, just a little small disclaimer. And there's no real science or, you know, super legality, right, to putting something like that in place. You're going to want to check with your locality and of course consult anyone that you feel like you might need to get that set up the way that you want. But anyway, getting into the actual stuff of it all, right? Because we know how to change the font and, you know, change the words and change the colors now. Now let's talk about actually getting our stuff in place here. So the first thing that you're going to want to make sure that you do is on your website, you're going to be adding photos of all of the stuff that you're recommending. If you're an affiliate for something, there's a really good chance that what you are an affiliate for has a photo already that you can use. But here's something that I would recommend just as a rule of thumb. A lot of the photos that you're going to use, if you get them from the same place, like from Young Living, for instance, there's a decent chance that they're going to be the same resolution or size, length by width or ratio, right? Well, if you're getting things from Amazon, for instance, or you're using multiple affiliate products on the same page, it's going to look a lot nicer if the images are all basically the same size or ratio. So what I would recommend that you do is create a file in Canva, and I would just use logo for this purpose. And in this particular instance, I would not just go straight to swapping out using the Canva button in GetOiling, which you could do here. What I would do first is actually go into Canva and then take the images that you get from whatever your affiliate products, wherever you get them, and put them all into the same file. Let me show you what I mean by that. Hopefully I'm logged into my own Canva account here. I may not be. Okay. Not logged in at all. That works. All right, let me log in here real quick, and then I can actually show you guys what I mean by this. Because if we have all of the images basically formatted the same, they're going to look good on the page, and you're not going to kind of have that weird, you know, some things are. Well, it's not wanting to connect right now. Anyway, you don't want this one to be like super small and grainy, and then this one is super big, and you know, this is super rectangular and this one's square. You want them to be generally the same, right? All right, let me pop this in here real quick, and we should be able to log in and I can show you. Sorry about that. I'm not usually on this. I may need to do this in a separate thing. Anyway, basically what you're going to do is create a new file in Canva with the setting logo. I'm actually doing this in another screen, so you guys don't have to see me like going through my 100 different Canva logins to try to get access to this. I'm not usually on this computer. But yeah, are we seeing any questions come through just while I'm figuring this out? Can you guys read any of those off that might be pertinent to this?
Sure can. Let's see here. One of the questions from Sheila is, so would you actually label what each category is, or does this say category 1 or 2, etc.?
Yes, I would label them, absolutely. So just think about the categories that they might live in, right? As they pertain to your ideal person's interests. So if some things are, maybe you're doing a page that is just for homeschool moms, right? And so on this page for homeschool moms, you're going to have some things are going to be curriculum, right? Some things are going to be school supplies. Some things are going to be nutritional, keeping the kids focused, at which point you could say, hey, I have a whole other page dedicated to this. And that's where you point them to the Young Living one that you make like this one. So you stay compliant, because you don't want to put your Young Living stuff in the same place. It's a good question. All right, I'm going to switch my share here to this screen and show you what I mean. Okay, so go to create a design. I'm just going to type in logo or click logo, and that's just going to give us a good size square image that'll show up nice enough on a desktop or a phone. And so once we have that, we're going to basically just gather our product images from our different places where we're getting them. So if you are an Amazon associate, they're going to have a bank of images you can choose from for products that you are promoting. They have a dashboard for that. If you're an affiliate, really for anything, they're going to have pictures that are good for you to use. And so what I would recommend that you do is just to have multiple pages like this. You're going to maybe name this file. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to rename it. And this is going to be favorite things page, Amazon, right? So this is our Amazon stuff. And so then what you can do is call this one with this TikTok famous mop that I just got recently. So the O Cedar mop, right? And then you go and you get that O Cedar mop picture, and now it's like inside of this nice square, right? And so I'm just gonna grab an image from Canva here just to see if this will work. You obviously want to upload yours from wherever you get it, but we'll pretend like this is it. And we're just going to drag it over. Do you see how I just click it and I pull it over, and it'll actually automatically insert it, right? So now it's a nice square there, but maybe the next thing is going to be, maybe a rug, right? And so you're going to get your rug photo from Amazon. Of course, I'm getting mine from here, and I'm going to put it in here just like this, right? And you could double click it, move it around. Maybe you want to get more of the rug in the photo. So you drag it, resize it, right? Anyway, so that's what you're going to do. And so now you've got this file. You can either save all of the images once they're done and then come over to your page like this, and then actually go in and swap those things out. Or if this is something that's in your Canva, then you can use the GetOiling button in this case. Just make sure that the size that you're using when you click the GetOiling button is the same preset as the one that you used in your Canva document. Then you can actually open it up and you can find that recent file that you created. And then of course you can insert it. Okay, so that covers the images for this. And of course you do want to have an image for each. And then whatever the name of the product is, whoever the company is that makes that product, if you're doing an entire page that reflects affiliate products from a single company, you can leave this line out. And then this part is really important. People are buying from you, right? Even if they're buying something that another company made, and they're buying it from you because of your story, because of the context that you're sharing around how they might be able to get a result that you got as well. And so they're going to happily give you that commission on this purchase because of the reason why you use it, right? So make sure that you're really sharing that here. You're selling, right? And what we're selling is click the button below, right? And that's what this button here is, your call to action. And this is where you're going to put the link to go and do that. Now, if you're making this for Young Living, what I want to encourage you to do is go over to Young Living's website. Over to Young Living's website, look for the product that you want to recommend. And so let's just say in this case, we're talking about, you know, cleaning ingredients or something like that. And we're going to find Thieves Household and search for that. We're going to grab the link to Thieves Household Cleaner as soon as my computer would like to load it. And then we're going to go and put it into GetOiling. Here we go, search for that. There we go. So here's Thieves Household Cleaner. So I'm on a trackpad. I'm using a 2-finger click here to copy this link, but you could also simply click the link and go over to the product page right here. And then just go up to your address bar and copy the link that's up here up top. Right, so once you have that, we're going to use this really cool feature right here. We call it the leaf link. There he is. And so what you do here is put your cursor where you want it to show up. Click the leaf link, paste in the link from Young Living, hit OK. And then we're going to change the style here. And this one was black, so that one's going to be black. And then we're just going to go into edit and change the text, get it now, right? And I'm going to remove this call to action here. And now let's just say, for instance, and actually let's go ahead and do this whole thing, pretending like we are actually getting, we're making a Young Living favorite things page. So we're going to save this image to downloads from Young Living's own website. Let's go over to our Canva, because I can actually get in there now. And we're going to create this image using Young Living's own image. And again, keeping that in that same resolution as the other images that we're going to be using here on this page. There we go, favorite things page, except this one would be a favorite things, not Amazon, but Young Living one. Of course, you want to have a separate one so that you know what's what. Keep that organized so you can always find the page that you know you want to share, the link that you know you want to share. All right, so now this is going to be Thieves Household Cleaner. And then I'm going to upload that file. Let me see. Let me just, I'm going to drag and drop this actually, because I've got the most recent one. Where is it? Of course, I'm on this computer I haven't used in a long time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save that Young Living page to my desktop so I can find this. Here we go. There's Steve's Household Cleaner. I'm going to copy that. And then there we go. Save. Nope. Save image as. There we go. Now I can tell it where to go. There we go. And I'm going to save it to my desktop. Perfect. Okay, now we can do this. All right, perfect. Upload, and now we can drag this over. And we're going to set the image as the background, and now it's a nice square. So now that we have that, again, we could either just download this to our device and then use it, or if we save this and we go back over to our page here, we can go here, hit replace, add design from Canva. This is going to be logo size, open. And of course, you've got to do this cookie thing. There we go. And then here's the little trick to going and finding it in your Canva account. What you're going to want to do is look for your folders. And that's going to be down here. Oop, folders. There we go. All your designs. And it's going to be the most recent one. There we go. And it's going to be one of these pages here. Let's see, there's our mop one. We don't want that one. Here we go. That's it. Hit send to GetOiling, and now we've got it. And your computer will probably be running a little faster than mine is today. Got quite a bit going on here for this little Mac. All right, so that's how we do it, right? So now we're going to call this Thieves Household Cleaner. And of course, again, if you're doing an all Young Living page, then you can just delete this line here. And then this is where you share your Thieves story, right? Be sure to let them know, hey, when you buy this, I have so many recipes to help you replace everything in your house with just this that you used to clean with. Grab it now, and then let's get in touch, right? That's where you want to put this kind of information, right? So create an entire page like this that just has your Young Living Hero products, and then create another one that has your affiliate stuff, right? So you've got all kinds of space here to get that done. So once you've got it the way you want it, you save it, of course. And if you'd like to link it from your menu on your website, there are lots of ways to share this, but that's definitely a thing you can do. If you go to menu over here under website, we've got learn, we've got members, we've got book a call. I'm going to put this under learn. So I'm going to add an item to this menu, and the page is going to be my favorite things, right? I'm going to call it my favorite things. It's under learn, done, and let's save this. And then if we go to Jane's website, under learn, we can now see my favorite things. I would put this under maybe a shop menu, potentially. All right, so now it will show up here. Now here's the thing. This is one way that you can share this, but there are many other ways that you can share this link as well. If you are using a link in bio page, so if you're using a GetOiling page, like one might use a maybe a less powerful version of a link tree, right? We are, if you haven't seen our training, we can create something on our GetOiling sites that's way better than Linktree. They can even capture leads on the literal page where they click things to go places or what have you. Definitely make sure you search our YouTube channel for link in bio and check out that training. And when you do, connect your pages like this to that link in bio page, right? Another thing you can do is if you're blogging, anytime you're blogging and you want to say, you know, hey, by the way, if you like stuff like this, you're going to love my list of recommendations for this kind of thing, go over here, and you send them to one of these pages, right? Lots and lots of ways that you can put this out there. Definitely recommend that you connect something like this from your blog content. And then of course you do want to directly, you know, point to your affiliate products from your blog content where you're mentioning those products. But yeah, you can absolutely put this out there in your link in bio and in your website menu, and you're going to get more and more exposure to all of the things that you love to share. And it makes it just a really easy way to get more eyeballs on that stuff. All right, so let's get to some of the questions. If you ask questions, pretty please, would you put those into the Q&A so that we don't miss them? I do see that we've got a few in the chat here. All right, so Allison says, I was thinking about adding wish links to my faves page. Would this be a good or not good idea? Thinking wellness, cleaning, kids, hormones, etc. Actually, that's a really good idea. So if you are trying to kind of consolidate, here's what I would do, actually. I would take, so think of like a faves list or like a wish list from Young Living. Have your section be whatever you would name that wish list. And then instead of having a button, well, you could keep a button with each of the products, but list out and put the information about the products and why you love them that are in that list inside that section. And then all the buttons are going off to that wish list link, right? And so what you're saying in the verbiage is if you'd like to just go ahead, and if you want to learn about all of the products in this section and even add them straight to your cart, click here, right? And that's like, that would be your call to action. So 100%, why not do that? Because if you're giving somebody a curated shopping list for an outcome, just make sure you're really selling the outcome and sharing your testimonials on that page compliantly, of course. Shelly, I didn't catch how you made sure the images you were searching for were all from Amazon. Can you go over that quickly? So those images that I used were just to show you how to put images into the Canva file. You're going to want to get, if you're an affiliate for Amazon, you're going to want to get your product links either from the manufacturer or from Amazon themselves. The thing I was showing you how to do today was to make sure that all of the images were the same resolution so they look nice on the page. How you source them is kind of up to you and whatever agreement you have with whoever you're an affiliate for. Kind of related, but how do you create a frame on a page that when you want to swap out a picture, it just magically fits in it? You've used it for the logo, Canva template, and others you've shared. So basically what that means is that that page was designed with an image, a specific resolution image in that spot. And in those instances, I've given you a template with the same image resolution size. So if I've given you a template before that had 3 square images on it, like a page template that had 3 square images, I also gave you a Canva template that had 3 square images and you were just swapping those. So that's really the magic, is that the math worked out by design. So in this case, what I would recommend that you do is just work off of a template. Like, again, just create a Canva file. And so image 1, image 2, and image 3, they're all in the same one. That way you make sure you know for certain they're the same size. Then when you upload them, they're going to be the same on the page. Allison, I would love to look at your favorites page, and I believe we will have time for that. Where would you host this page on your site? Top menu, yes. And then linked just everywhere. Put it in your email signature. Check out my favorite stuff. Put it in if you have a vault, or I mean, even if you have like a Facebook, like a free Facebook group, right? Anywhere you're showing up, or if you're, you just keep a link in bio that has this, right? Where people can be like, I want to shop her favorites. Have a shop menu where you have a, my super secret sauce stuff that you can only get from one place. And there's your Young Living favorites page. And then, here's like my must-haves from Amazon. And then you've got them in a list, and people can actually like just go to the shop menu on your website and check out different stuff, right? Because some of us are affiliates for a lot of things, right? So are you recommending a favorite things Young Living page with hero products and wish list? Yes, if you want to showcase more Young Living products explicitly on your site, then this would be, I think, one of the best ways to do it. You just have to make sure that it is literally separate in content from your other affiliate products, because Young Living does not want you to promote other things on the same page next to each other to Young Living stuff. So not in the same page, not in the same lesson, email, whatever, like no side-by-side Young Living with other stuff is the rule that I know as of us filming this right now, but definitely when in doubt, reach out to compliance. Okay. Let me see real quick here. Separate favorite page for Young Living, separate page for Amazon. So you don't have to have, if you're an affiliate for other stuff, check the terms with them, Sheila, because if you're an Amazon affiliate, I don't think that they necessarily have a problem with you being an affiliate for other stuff and mentioning other stuff next to Amazon products, for instance, but other companies may take issue with that. All I know is that you need to keep the Young Living separate from the everything not. And so that's really the main thing here, because I don't want to just jeopardize any of you guys with Young Living. Like, keep the YL separate from everything else. And then where everything else is concerned, just check with those companies. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. For Poshmark, if you have like a closet on Poshmark, yeah, do that. Absolutely. Just make sure you've got it in context and it makes sense where it's sitting, right? You're not going to necessarily put it next to, I don't know, mop buckets, right? But if it has its own section and like, here's how I save myself time, or here's how I make some extra money or something like that, then yeah, why not? Absolutely. Accidentally deleted that image part. Just wondering how to re-add it. So if it was a square image on a page, Jolene, it would have been that logo setting in Canva. It would have been 500 by 500. And you may want to go back, depending on where you would have gotten that from previously. Definitely check your Canva files, because you may actually have that already in there. But if you don't, check the YouTube video that you would have gotten the bundle from, or the Canva template from, or if it came from a lesson, from somebody's course, but then sometimes it's in the resource bundles. So if you go into your resource bundles and you click My Claimed, then you can actually go and see, and sometimes the Canva templates are in the descriptions for those. Okay, what else? Wait, so we can't send an email with our favorites page and a link to Young Living. So in links in email, like this is kind of where we're getting into the fine print stuff. Like I'm not an expert and we are not the end all on Young Living's compliance rules. I just know that they don't want you promoting a Young Living thing next to a not Young Living thing. So, and it's better in an email that you're not promoting two different things either, to be fair. Like have one that does one, have one that does another. Yeah, and also for what it's worth, on every favorites page that I've seen or that I've advised on, maybe it lives inside of the same vault, for instance, like here are all the products we'll use in this challenge. Oh, hey, by the way, if you want to find like the this and that and the other, go over here. And then on that over here page, it's, oh, hey, by the way, if you want to find all the products we use this with, go over here, right? So this is the Young Living one, this is the not Young Living one, and they point to and link to one another. They just don't have the products listed on the same page. And that, for that person, they felt like that's okay. Again, I'm not in their legal department, like can't tell you what is 100% or not, but you know, take that into account. Okay, Sheila says, if I have a separate services page already for Zydo, would it make sense to add it to a favorites page as well? It's hard to say. It really depends on the context. A services page is really going to be different from here's the stuff that I like that you might want to buy. I feel like the nature of those pages are a little different. A services page should really be kind of elevating the value of you and working with you. And I think that including a bunch of affiliate links for Shopee stuff might devalue the services or the perceived value of the services on that page. I would encourage you to keep those separate so that you can really kind of like elevate your services as they would need to be. Angie says, I've been working on branding my business class. I seem like I'm going back and forth, but I'm getting close. Can you look at my vaults? I only have 2. Want to be sure the settings are correct. Okay, yep, we can take a look. All right, yes, we have 3 requests for reviews. I think we got enough time. All right, can you help me to correctly add the Young Living blog to my website? I followed the steps before to add it, but somehow was not successful. Okay, one thing real quick here, Gigi, question. Are you blogging? Like your own blogging? And also importantly, where you're importing the Young Living blog, that's going to be showing up on your built-in themes, right, Greg? Like it doesn't show up on your, like if you go to, you know, your thoughtfulsavvy.whatever.com for your website /blog, that's not going to show the Young Living blog, right?
Right, it only shows up on the Young Living theme, so you'd have to add a link to one of the built-in themes. And then I think there is a way you could probably contact support. I don't remember the link exactly, but there's a way to jump people down to that section on the page right away. So you could have a link in your menu that would go there and still effectively accomplish that. But I just took a quick peek at your website, and yeah, it's just linking to your blog, and it's only going to show your posts there, which is of course none right now.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for that, Greg. All right. So Allison, I'm going to find your favorites page and let's take a look at that. Let me see. Let me find you real quick and bring you out. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. All right. So is it just one page?
It's just one page and it's not categorized and grouped. And that's something that's been driving me crazy because I just kind of threw it up there and kind of left it there.
Got you. And what do you call your page? Oh, here we go. It's called My Favorite
My
Things.
favorite. Yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's go take a look. There we go. Okay. So perfect. No extra cost to you. That's fine.
That one's not an affiliate. She's my favorite workout person. I've been trying to get an affiliate with her, but I think they discontinued their program.
Okay. So I would actually encourage you, in lieu of linking the images, because it's not really clear necessarily that you're supposed to click the images to go somewhere. I would either put in the text here, click the image above, or I would just link a button.
I think they, the like Fabletics, like I believe that word is also a link. Like it's not just the picture.
It doesn't look
Maybe
like that's
not.
linked there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I linked it twice. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think that this would be, you'd be served well to put this into a categories page. Yeah, that way people can kind of see like, okay, well, how does this connect? Like, how does this relate to me? And I know that your audience is like, your ideal person is like a homeschool mom. So be thinking about sort of like the categories. So like maybe just for mom, in the kitchen, stuff like that, right? In the closet, stuff like, you know, rooms of the house or things that she's interested in, that kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, you're doing a great job. I would just give it some organization there with the sections. Awesome. All right, we have, who is next? Let me find my chat here again. So much harder to find things on a small screen. Okay, Q&A, got that done. Okay, Angie, let's bring you out to chat. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys today?
Good, good.
Greg actually sent me a response this morning, but I haven't had a chance to look at it because I'm 3 hours behind. I'm on the West Coast. So if you could just look at my vault, like I've got, well, long story short, I'm out West one more full week and I'm trying so hard to get my website done. Like that's my goal, everything, to make it through Branger workshops, all those things. So, but my vault, I've been working on that and you've helped me some on that. So it is the member vault. And I just want to be sure, like when people go into that member area, that I have all the things checked, because it's really not available. It's available only for my team, right?
Mhm.
So I just want to be sure I have it to where if someone would possibly do a lead magnet or get on my website, that they don't have access to this. Like it's a, you know, something that's for my team. So how do I do that?
Yeah,
Or
so
is it already done correctly?
this is a default. It would already be like that, where
Okay.
you have to kind of decide how people get in. Like by default, when you build a vault, nobody can access it until you set up the paths for them to access it. So if you checked this, then yeah, that would be a problem for you with what you want to do with this. But the other question would be, and you'll want to take this into consideration, is have you created landing pages or automations and things like that that would add people to this vault, and where are they? And the way that I typically recommend doing this is, and if you go and you look up, oh gosh, you know what, I'll look it up with us here today. It's on our channel, and I want to say, I created a whole permission-based marketing system, and it's got there's a resource bundle. You can use it. Basically, what I recommend is following like the steps that are in here. Let me see if I can permission. I know it's in here. Anyway, we'll make sure that you've got access to this. No, I don't think that that's it. It's a more recent one. I'll have to, you know what, it's, you know where it is? It's in, and this is what you need to get into next. Once you're done with the Brand My Business, the email marketing masterclass, or it's in there and it's free. And when you're ready for it, just go down here into settings. And then go to email marketing mastery, this one right here. It's in there, and it's one of the systems that I teach in here, and it's permission-based marketing. But basically what you're going to do is, when you're ready to invite everybody in, you're going to import your VO file, and you're going to send out that campaign that lesson teaches you. And it's going to let everybody say yes or no to this, and they're going to let themselves into this vault by clicking, and automation is going to let them in. And so the only people who would ever even know that this exists are the people that you send that email to, and they're only getting it because they're in your VO.
Okay, because I have been inviting my team, so I got up, quite a few people in the vault, but I just wanted, I don't have lead magnets yet, I don't have, any of that, but I'm like, can other people have access to that, education? Because that is part of, enrolling or being on our team is you get that free education, right? So
Right. Yeah.
okay, all right. That was my main, I think, thing today. And I love the I've been working on my link thing so I can get rid of Linktree. So
Awesome.
yeah. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good to chat with you. All right. And Cheryl, you wanted to take a look at a page on your website. Let me bring you out to chat as well. Hi. All right.
Hello.
Hi. All right. Let's see. You wanted to get feedback on a page on your site. You want to point your warm market to the page when they say they want to place an order but don't have time to talk to you personally, right?
Yes,
Right.
please.
Okay, let's go look. First thing I see here is you're going to want to not have this pop up here.
Okay.
There's a pop up on the page. So that's going to be under the settings leads section of the page, and you're just going to want to uncheck everything so that if you do want to use a button that pops something up, then you're just going to put lead onto a button somewhere on the page. Okay, so Young Living Guide, great, straightforward. Excellent.
I just put like outline. I'm going to fill it more in later, but just to the format, and I'm trying to just make it conversational, walking them through placing an order without making it complicated.
Got you. So what I would do, and this is going to be a bit of work for you, but it's going to make this more effective, is when you think about the attention span of an adult human, think about bedtime story time with a 3-year-old. If it doesn't have pictures,
Okay.
they may not pay attention. So
I agree.
what I would encourage you to
agree. And
do
how
is to
would
create
you-
a section for each of these, right? And have a screenshot. Here's what it looks like on the Young Living website. Here's where the shop button is, right? That kind of thing.
Could you give me an example? So the loyalty rewards program, for example, I mean, I could put 10 pictures up, 10 screenshots. So you mean like for each bullet point or something? Like, so the like how to save money, I have that as a section, and I'm pretty much emphasizing the loyalty rewards program.
Right. So what I would do is just go straight to their own website, and you're going to, maybe link this, but make sure you use your leaf link for this. Use your leaf link because it's going to cookie them to your Young Living account. So loyalty rewards is here. So, take clues from what they've put here. And even they've got a ton of words, but yeah, what I would do is just keep it simple. So go to youngliving.com and click shop, and you could even put search here, right? So you can actually just go over here and maybe even just grab a screenshot, right? Grab a screenshot of this stuff, right? Something like that.
Okay.
Another thing that you could do, there are different sort of screen grabby softwares. I'm not remembering the name of the one that I've used before, where you can make a GIF, right? You can make like a the thing that loops. You could actually make a GIF of you clicking shop and clicking something or searching for something, and then you could add that to that section. Yeah, and then let's see. So if they're new, you're missing a huge opportunity here, right? What I would do is like really focusing on this part right here is basically have you could A or you could B, and then really play up how B is going to save them a ton of money, big picture, if they go ahead and start a loyalty reward order with X amount of PV or whatever. So I would maybe do a this versus that, right? And then say, if you just put it in your cart, make sure you do this, but here's what you're missing out on. But if you do this, like basically do a comparison. So what you would do there is just create a 2-column section.
Okay. And then maybe like just put it in my cart when I'm not logged in, and then put it in my cart when I am logged in, and just show the price or screenshot of the list of. Okay.
I mean, I would dedicate a significant amount of this page to, you better make that a loyalty rewards order. Like that would.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to emphasize. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is just really very, very simple. Like this is an anecdote at the end, and this deserves all the real estate on this page, this part right here. Yeah.
So highlight that the other ones are just kind of admin stuff. They're just that most people when they sign up anyway. But emphasize. Okay.
Yeah, this is the meat. The rest of this is the potatoes. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, you got this. It's cute. I would also consider it depending on, and this actually looks like the image that Young Living might have on that loyalty rewards page. So that means it's a nice big resolution. Why not make this the image background and then make this sort of like a white little hovery thing over the top of it? The more you can kind of give things like visual interaction with the person that's here, the more likely it'll keep their attention. So
people have a white background for the words, do you mean?
The box. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And do you know how to do that just briefly, or just
yeah. Let me get into your account real quick. Let me see. And what did you name this page?
YL guide.
Okay.
It's all the way at the last one.
Okay.
Maybe I'm in it. Do I need to be?
Your Young Living Guide to Place an Order. Okay, I was typing YL in here. That's why I didn't see it. Okay.
Oh, I thought, sorry.
All good, all good. I found it. I was like, I know which Cheryl I'm talking to. Like, why do I not see this? Okay, here we go. All right, so what I would do here is actually, I wouldn't have this. So this is I would change I'd create a new background or a new section, because this is 2 columns, right? We want to just have a single one. So we'll create a single one. So I'll just do 1 column, no header. So there's that. And we'll take this pencil and that's this white background right here. Take this pencil and we're going to add an image. And this is one that you already have in here. So let me find that. Did I skip it? No.
I put it in a while ago. I don't know if it's there.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well, here, I'll use one of these just to save some time. So pop that in, and you see how it's kind of small right here. Let me go ahead and grab everything from here and copy it. And close out of this guy, because now we're going to edit this yellow. So highlight, you see the yellow box, click it. And now we're going to paste it in. There we go. It's exactly as you had it in the other section. So that's there now. And now we want to, let me minimize this right here so I can actually see. All right. So we're going to click this guy. Oops, I clicked. Let's edit element styles. See up here at the top. Oop, come on, come back to me. Okay, there we go. Edit element styles for this. And we want to highlight the whole section there. And now we're going to slide this over and give it background opacity. Right?
Okay.
And we'll blur some of the background behind it so that it stands out a little better. And then we're going to give it some padding so that it's not so close to the top and not so close to the bottom. And in a bit from the left and the right. Try to make them even. Okay, and then we want to see more of that image in the background. So we'll click this pencil here to edit this background and give it some padding. Top and bottom, right?
Awesome.
Right. And in this case, you could actually then just delete this top part here and or you can maybe make the top section like a color with where it just says Young Living Guide and it's just a header, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you make that box.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Glad you could come out. Okay. I saw we had a couple other questions before we get going. Thank you guys for all your great questions today. All right, so Sheila says, not a favorite page question. The realtor episode that recently aired, I created a great email and sent to 4 realtors, most that I personally know or had a personal referral to. All the emails have been viewed, but no responses. At this point, would it be advisable to follow up with another email or just do nothing? Oh my gosh, you know them personally. Be like, hey girl, I emailed you. Like, do you have their phone number? Text them. You know, reach out for something completely different and then be like, oh, hey, by the way, I sent you an email a while back. Did you get that? Right? Just if you know them personally, if you know them really well, and you can be like, girl, do you check your email? Then do that, right? But if you know, if you don't know them quite as well, then I would maybe think of another reason to follow up, right? Think this is what they do, okay? When they've talked to somebody before who seemed like they might be interested in selling their home or buying a home or something like that, they found a reason to get in touch with that person. Obviously, it had something to do with what they were interested in, but they probably also friended them on Facebook, learned about, you know, their kids, their dog, their hobbies, their whatever, so that they have some other reason to have a relationship with that person and follow up with them. Chances are you've got some other context to that relationship that you have with those realtors that you know, that you've sent these to. Reach out on those terms, right? And start a conversation and then bring up the, hey, by the way, sent you a thing, right? So, you know, use whatever blue ink you have access to, any kind of special reason you could have to connect with somebody, you know, friend first, right? Being a friend first. But then of course, those become opportunities to follow up on the things that are important. So that is my recommendation for you guys. Great questions today. Definitely, as you're getting these things made, let us know how they are working out for you. Excited to see what you come up with. Who is going to make a hero products page for Young Living on their website this week? If you have not done something like that yet, I really, really, really recommend that you do. And it's something that even if you're just getting started with Young Living and with sharing Young Living, or maybe you haven't just gotten started, but you're just getting the ball rolling and growing your business, one of the best things that you can do is learn how to tell your story. And you can really refine how that story is told in writing, right? And you can put that onto a page that people can just stumble upon in their own time. And then of course, if they're curious enough, you can point them straight there. And you can actually say, anytime you're chatting with somebody, you can say, hey, by the way, if they ask you a question about something, you say, you know what, I actually wrote an article about this on my website. Go check it out. And it links them not only to that product, but to everything else that you love from Young Living. You can do that. And of course, if you offer other things, they're not Young Living, or you're an affiliate, this is a fantastic way to get the word out about what you do in a way that doesn't jeopardize what you've got going with Young Living. So yeah, excited for you guys. And we will see you back here same time next week. Have a great week, everybody.